Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with She Cruises. Hope that you're doing well wherever you are. Hope that you're out there having a fantastic cruise somewhere. Tell us where you're going or where you are. Just leave a comment in the section below. It'd be really nice to know where everybody is and what you've got planned. Now, cruising is a really fascinating phenomenon, and it used to be that there was a demographic that we could relate to. It was primarily for older people. It was that stereotype about cruising. But I recently came across a website which is so refreshing. It was called "Cruising Isn't Just for Old People." And it's written by a fabulous and vivacious, really upbeat woman named Emma. Don't know her last name, but you can find her. It's Cruising Isn't Just for Old People. And she writes about cruising from a millennial perspective. She's young. I don't know exactly how old, but she's just got so much energy. She loves cruising. And it's really lovely to listen to her observations. And there are some really unique differences in the way that she talks about cruising and the way that I've read a lot of other, more older cruisers writing about it. I read a lot from like Cruise Critic and other review sites because I can't go cruising on every single line. So I depend on, honest feedback and just a little bit of difference in how how people approach the cruise experience. So most millennials in their 20s and 30s, I don't know exactly where the cutoff is, but they're still working, so they can't take cruises for, 10 days every month. They squeeze it in, and Emma takes a lot of short cruises, 3 or 4 days, and she works, I think, as a full-time job, and she works, a normal job, but does this cruising as a pastime. Weekends, long, holidays, she just makes it work. And she talks about these experiences in a very upbeat and comprehensive way. You need to check out her site. It's actually very, very good. She goes to cruises that are offered by lines, for example, like MSC or Costa. And I think she went on, I may be wrong on this, on a Saga cruise, but she tries all kinds of different experiences, and also the preview ones that the cruises offer for people in the travel business. So she tries a lot and writes about it. Now she grabs these weekends when she can, and I just love her attitude to the experience of cruising. Now the average age of a cruiser used to be quite high. It used to be 56. I think in 2002, the average age was 56, so approaching 60. Now in 2011, it's down to 50. So the average cruising age now is 50. Still, of course, a little bit older than the millennial, but on balance, it's actually showing a real increase in that younger demographic. And of course, the cruise lines want to attract more people. They want older people that are the traditional market, and they want to market also to young people. And this is understandable. The ships now are being built with all kinds of adventurous, things to ice spas and magic carpets and floating casinos and you name it. They've got all kinds of ideas and adventure slides and, zip lining. It's just, they are designing these cruise ships, and they also have themed islands where in the States where you can go to a themed island owned by a cruise line and have a, Carnival, I think, does these and a few others, and they're geared for young people. And that's great because it just strengthens the whole business, of course. Now, she actually talks about the fact that Emma always chooses the inside room. And because why? Is it cheaper? It's cheaper. She just wants to be on the ship. And this is actually my strategy too. Emma says, she just doesn't spend that much time in her room. That's the whole point. You go on the cruise, you have a place to sleep and, put your things, but you spend most of your time out enjoying the cruise, the excursions, the experiences. And this is what I did too when I went on a Pullman tour cruise. It was a nomad cruise. It was a conference at sea, and I was with about 250 young people. I was one of the oldest people on the cruise, but it was a workshop, and excursions, and on this very low price budget cruise line, Pullman tour. It's a Spanish line, and it was remarkable for what we got for our money. The drinks were unlimited. The food was good. I mean, it wasn't gourmet food, but it was okay. It was actually really good. And that's the challenge, and that's the opportunity, is if you are on a low budget and you want to cruise, which a lot of young people do and are, they just eat what they can. They eat what's okay. And if the food prepared is not perfect, they have salad. They just eat good food. The food on cruises, they've always got buffets and you can help yourself. So you're not going to starve. I mean, if for example, you don't like loud music and there's loud music playing outside near your room, or you hear lots of people, dancing at the evening events, just join in. It's just that attitude of enjoying and embracing what is being offered to you and not being too super critical. I actually plan to do something very similar to this in a few months on the Celestial line. I'm going to be doing a short cruise in Greece. It's, I think, 5 days. And it was a very affordable cruise. Drinks are included. And I'm not a heavy drinker, by the way, at all. It's just the idea that it's included. And so it makes this a very affordable experience. And so you could say that what I'm suggesting is you lower your expectations. And in a way, I am saying that. Because you can't have both luxury and affordability. Those two things just don't go together, right? And so you have to make a decision. If you want to cruise and you're on a budget, you have to go for it. Otherwise, you just won't go. If you want luxury, then you either save up or you just find a cruise line that you can afford. And like Viking, for example, Windstar, Oceania, these are Holland America. I can list them all. They're beautiful cruise lines, but you pay for it. There are definitely cruises, though, for every age and for every temperament, every personality. Older people may have a different preference for having a quieter environment, having something that's a smaller ship, not quite so big on the casino and the loud noise and dancing and drinking. And there are cruise lines that you can select that would help you find that kind of experience. For example, Fred Olsen certainly isn't a dull line. I mean, they do all kinds of cool entertainment and fun things, but they don't have casinos. The ships are relatively small, and they have dress-up evenings, the captain's cocktail hour. They have an aura of luxury, and it's still affordable. Saga is another one. Saga is a cruise line designed specifically for older people. It's actually 50 plus. And they have all kinds of add-on services like pick you up at the door and take you to the port, things that make your journey a little easier if you're maybe got mobility issues or just want a bit of luxury and pampering. But I think that there's something for everybody on every age range. But to close on this, I just want to say there are some things that older people can learn and mimic or copy from younger cruisers. One is to have an affordable mindset. Just be happy that you are there on the ship. If you have to go with a budget line, just enjoy it. Just have a good time and don't criticize it. I see so many people making that choice to have an affordable cruise and then being very vocal about the food not being up to par. I mean, yes, there are standards. Of course, you want good food, healthy food. But you've got to find your affordable mindset there, and Emma does this very beautifully. She actually enjoys every single second of her cruise, but for the younger people, say, hey, just enjoy it. And I think that older people can learn from that too. I think also for an older cruiser, choose the cruise line that is going to meet your expectations, and don't push it beyond its boundary. Like if you want luxury and very one-to-one treatment and so on, don't expect that of a cruise line that's marketing itself as a fun, lots of dancing activities and entertainment. You'll just know that you'll be disappointed. So just choose wisely. If you want adventure cruising, if you want to do more educational cruising, you've got lots and lots of choices. But I think with that young person's mindset of just having fun, not lowering your expectations a bit, being realistic about what you're going to get for your money is a really good way to cruise. What do you think? I've rambled a bit, but I really believe in this. And I think I personally am on the Emma camp. I just go and have fun. And I look to pay the least amount of money because that's all I can afford. And if I ever get opportunities to do luxury cruising, which I do because of my affiliation with 60andMe and She Cruises, then of course I'll write about that in the perspective that I get, doing that kind of a cruise. But for the most part, I think we are just doing stuff together of all ages, I think is wonderful. Women of all ages should be welcome here on She Cruises. And I hope that in the future you do consider joining us for one of our adventures. Okay, so thanks for being here, everybody. Read the article in a bit more detail. I've got some more links there that you might find useful. But thank you so much, Emma, for your inspiration. And I look forward to sharing all this with you in the future. Take good care. Bye-bye for now.